Please welcome Colin Williams.
It's 1996. I'm working for a large company in their HR department, and I share a small office with my good friend Wayne. Our boss is the queen of political correctness. We have to be perfect. We have to set an example for everyone else. On this day, we have a brand new CEO starting on the top floor. His name is David Lord. And we get a memo with instructions about David. Firstly, he is not to be referred to as David. He is always to be addressed as Mr. Lord. Fair enough. As part of my job in HR, I had to get him to sign some induction paperwork. So I phoned up to his office mid-morning. He wasn't there, went to voicemail. He'd already set up the message. And it went like this. If you are a member of the board, leave a message. Otherwise, contact someone at the appropriate level. I hung up. I said, Wayne, you got to hear this. I put it on speakerphone, dialed. If you are a member of the board, leave a message. Otherwise, contact someone at the appropriate level. Wayne shook his head, and I said, now I'll have to point out here that I think Kate's grandma has had enough shocks for tonight because there are a lot of swear words in this, and I'm going to paraphrase. And I said, what a silly Billy. To which Wayne replied, he is the silliest of Billies. And I added, in a sea of Billies who are particularly silly, he stands out as a beacon of silliness. We then went back to work. A few seconds later we heard, this ends your message. I ran like a startled mountain goat up the 6 flights of stairs, down the corridor to his office. I went in there, I picked up the phone, he's not there. I think I need a code to get the messages out. Please be the default 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he's walking down the corridor, I hang up, look cool. Mr. Lord, Colin Williams from the HR department. Funny things just happened. I was just phoning you, and I just got through to your voicemail when one of our employees walked in and started talking about an issue that was very sensitive and very, very private. And I think it might have got recorded on your phone. Would you mind just popping in the PIN so I can check? Put in the PIN number, handed me the phone. Silly Billy, silly Billy, silly Billy. Silly Billy, silly Billy. By the time I got back to my office, Wayne had packed all his worldly possessions. He was sure we were about to be fired. So I walked in and I said, it's sorted. And he said, never a true word has been spoken. Only you could have got us out of this. But then he added, mind you, only you could have got us into this. So I sat at my desk and I thought, there's something wrong here. Why is this wrong? The problem was, I was speaking about someone behind their back rather than confronting them and telling them the truth. So that's what I resolved to do. So I marched out of my office, up the stairs like a cool, calm, collected mountain goat, down the corridor, knocked on the door, walked in and I said, Davo, it's your voice message. It might, to a sensitive person, come across as a tad arrogant. He said, is that it? I said, yes. He said, you may leave. So I walked out, and as I closed the door behind me, I was euphoric. I'd stood up to that arrogant man and told him the error of his ways, and I was so proud. 2 weeks later, I was made redundant. But it didn't matter, because I went on to get a bigger and better job, and from that day on, I approach life like that. If I see someone or hear someone saying or doing something inappropriate, I'll let them know in a polite manner. And that's how I do things now. 3 months after the telephone event, Wayne came to visit me at our house on the weekend, and we had a couple of drinks, and we had a couple more drinks. We thought it'd be a good idea to phone up Davo's landline and see what his message says now. So we phoned, it went to voicemail, and this was the message. If you are a member of the board, leave a message, otherwise contact someone at the appropriate level. You see, some people will always be silly billies.